Hi, it's Elizabeth from Tyne Valley Motorhomes, and today we'll be doing the handover video of the Adria Twin 600 SP. First thing you'll come to on the driver's side of the vehicle is your freshwater inlet point. So you want a key just to unlock it, and then you can just unscrew the cap and it just pops off. You'll then want a length of hose and some adapters, as some sites just provide a brass tap. You can then pop the hose pipe through there, turn it on, and wait until your freshwater tank is full, or until you've got as much water as you're going to need, and then pop your cap back on and then lock it just so no one can tamper with your fresh water. The next thing you come to on your van is your cassette locker. So as long as the blade on the inside of the toilet is closed, you'll be able to pull this yellow handle and slide it out. To open it, you just want to pull the spout down and then unscrew it. When you're emptying it, just press this yellow button down, as it allows some air in and it'll stop it from glugging. And once you've emptied it, put some clean water in, give it a swirl around, empty it out again, and then before you put the cassette back in, put some blue or green liquid into your cap, pop it down the spout, and then you can slide it back in and it's ready for use again. Going around the back of the vehicle, you've got your reversing camera at the top, and then you do have two bike rack bars if you want them fitted at a later date. There's also your LPG sticker on the back of the driver's side. So if you open the door and then undo all these clips, on the inside you've got your gas locker. This will hold two 6-kilogram bottles. When you put them in, just make sure they're secured in the black strap, so when you're travelling they don't rattle around as much. And then when you come to connect your pigtail to your gas bottle, remember it's left to tighten, right to loosen, opposite way around being gas. And then you can turn the gas bottles on the top here. Once you've turned it on, just press this black button in for a couple of seconds. It'll just allow the gas to go from the bottle through the pigtail and through to the van. At the back of the vehicle on the passenger side, you've got your hookup point. So if you just lift the flap up on the vehicle and then grab your hookup cable, if you just lift the collar, line it up with the van, and then just push it on. Always remember to connect your hookup cable to the vehicle and then to the mains, as you don't want to be walking around with a live cable. So just in front of your back wheel on your passenger side, you've got your dirty water drain off point. So you just want to twist the handle and it'll open the dirty water tank. At the minute there's no dirty water, but you want to empty this when you are leaving a site and travelling home, as you don't want the extra weight when you're travelling, or when you are winterising your van. You just want to make sure that all the tanks don't have any water left during the winter months. So just behind your passenger door, you've got your diesel filler. You just want to use your ignition key to open it and unlock it. And then on the inside of the door, you've got your ideal pressure tyres. Just under your passenger seat, you've got your toolkit. And then under the floor is your vehicle battery. And your bonnet release is just here on the inside of the passenger door. Under the bonnet, the main things you want to focus on is your screen washer fluid. You've got your engine coolant, your brake fluid, your oil, your dipstick down there. And then on the front you've got your negative and your positive if you need to give or receive a jump start. And then you've got your weight plates on the front as well. First thing you want to do when you get into your vehicle is turn your main control panel on by pressing this button here. From here you can scroll left to see your vehicle and leisure battery, and if you scroll right you can see your fresh water and then your wastewater tanks. When you want to turn your heating or hot water on, you'll need to use your Truma control panel. So to activate it, just press the middle button, and here you'll see we've got a home screen with lots of different icons. So the first one that's flashing is your internal van temperature. So if you click on that again, it'll say off, and you can scroll all the way up to 30 degrees. That's the hottest you'll get the temperature inside the van. Next along is your thermometer in water, so that's your water temperature. So you can have an eco, hot or boost. Boost will just take the energy and power away from the heating for half an hour and put it all into your hot water. Next is your energy, so you can either have it on gas, mix of 2 kilowatts of energy and gas, 1 kilowatt and gas, or just 2 kilowatts of electricity or 1 kilowatt of electricity. So we'll just turn it on to gas. Next along we've got the fan speed, so when you click on that you can either have it on eco or high, just depending on how quickly you want the air to be blown around the van. You can then set a timer, obviously change the time that's shown on the control panel. If you ever get a little warning triangle here, just means there's been an error, so you have to go to your spanner, click on that and then scroll all the way through to reset and then preset. It will just reset the whole control panel and you will have to go through your individual settings again, but it just clears the error and allows it to work. Here we have both gas burner hobs working. Just remember that after you've used them, let them fully cool before you put the glass lid down, as it will shatter. Here we've got the hot water running. I don't know if you can see the steam, but it is hot and up to temperature. Here we've got the grill working on gas. There is also a light switch on the inside if you wish to use it. Just under the sink you've got your gas isolation valves. You might not need to use them as they're mostly used during hab service. However, you can turn them off if you wish. To use your Thetford fridge, you want to just turn the fridge on by pressing the power button down. And then here you've got your power sources and here you've got your temperature. So to change your power source, you just want to press on the square until everything's flashing. And then you can pick whether you have it on hookup, gas or the vehicle battery. However, you can have it on auto, which will pick the strongest or the best power source it has available. And then your next square along is your temperature, so 1 being the warmest and 5 being the coldest, depending on how warm you want your fridge or how cold you want it. When you're getting your van ready for winterization, you just want to pull this little black toggle out and then clip it in on top here. So you've got a gap running between your rubber seal and edge of the fridge. This just allows some airflow and stops any mould or any funky smells developing in your fridge over winter. In the back of the vehicle under the bed, if you wanted to, you can separate the front of the van from the back. If you've got bikes or anything in the back you don't want sliding through, you can shut this partition off and then you've got a separate between the fridge and the back of the vehicle. When you want to get your bed down, if you've had it stored up, you just want to unclip it at the top here, and then you can then gently bring the base of the bed down and then bring the cushion down as well. And there you've got your double bed in the back of your vehicle. To use your skylight, you just want to push the button in and pull the handle down. It will lock in place. If you don't want it all the way open and you just want a slight breeze, you can bring it forward. And there's 2 little levers here that you can just have it slightly open. Just remember though, before you set off or travel anywhere, make sure it's closed and locked, as they can get easily damaged during transit. In the bathroom you've got your sink and you've got a large mirror. You've also got a drying rack to hang your towels or any wet clothing. You've got a little cupboard in here as well. And then to flush your toilet, you just want to make sure you've got water in the tank and then your water pump on, and then press the blue button in. And you'll see there'll be water flowing into the bowl. And to open the blade, you just want to push this grey lever. The water will go down and then shut the blade just to stop any smells coming through. Under the bed in this cupboard here, you've got your winter boiler drop down point. This will automatically drop the water out of the boiler when it hits 2 degrees or below. However, you can do it manually by turning the diamond on the top. And then as you can see, this little blue button popped out. So when you want to use your boiler again in the summer, turn the diamond on the top back and then press this blue button in, and it will stop the water from draining out and it will allow the boiler to fill up. Under your 2 travelling passenger seats, you've got your fresh water drain off point. So if you turn this black dial around about 1/4 of the way, it'll drop all but 20 litres out of the tank. Or you can turn it all the way around and it will drain out all the water that is left in the tank. You want to do this when you are winterising your van, as you don't want any water left in through the winter months, or if you've taken on board a source of contaminated water, you can drain it out. And then here you can unscrew it and clean out your freshwater tank if you wish to do so. To make the front lounge into a bed, the first thing you want to do is remove the table from the top railings, and then you want to remove half of the table leg. Just gently pull it and it will just pop out like that. You then want to rest the edge of the table onto the lower railings. It should look like this. You then want to spin your driver's seat around if you haven't already. You then want to grab the extra makeup board from under the bed frame. You want to unscrew it. There'll be 3 of these, and then use your extra cushion to fill in the gap, and then you can use your travelling seats. Use your travelling seats to fill in the gaps, and there you've got your front bed made up. To switch your radio on, there's a switch just on the other side of your steering wheel. There's a blue light showing, means your radio is turned on. And from here you can flick through different radio stations. You can also look at your maps by clicking map. Got your reversing camera. You can turn the volume up or down. Then you've got your air controls. You've got your lights, your cruise control, your windscreen wipers. When you've got your ignition on, if you press the mode button down here, it'll bring you into your settings on your dash. You can scroll through, so if you were going to a different country or you needed to change the time or the clock, you can set your date and also change the time.